Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Brother John Stewart on behalf of Lost Sheep Ministries, here to take y'all on another little walk with the word for the day. So today I'm at the workplace and I got these water lines that I have to check once a week, and they're about 1.5 miles away from the plant. So I get to stroll out there to check them, get my steps in, and at the same time get to do some work. So I call that killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And I figured since I'm out here walking, I go in and share this verse with y'all today as well. And that's 3 birds with 1 stone. So see, that's what I call being efficient with your time. So today I'm gonna share with y'all a lesson, a very important lesson out of the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 10. I'm gonna share with y'all 1 Chronicles chapter 10 verses 5 and 6. Then I'm gonna skip down to 13 and 14, and you'll see why once I go through the lesson. So in 1 Chronicles chapter 10, verses 5 and 6, the Lord tells us this. It says, and when his armor bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise on his sword and died. So Saul died, his 3 sons, and all his house died together. So you hear something like that, you gotta be like, God dang, what did he do that was so horrible that when he fell, he took his whole family down with him? And if you go down to verses 13 and 14, it explains exactly what he did. It says, so Saul died because he was unfaithful to the Lord. He failed to obey the Lord's command, and he even consulted a medium instead of asking the Lord for guidance. So the Lord killed him and turned his kingdom over to David, the son of Jesse. See, I had previously did a video a week or so ago when I was talking about the importance of having fathers in the house, and that's why the world tried to pull the fathers out of the house, because you got to have a father in the house to tell them about the Lord so the children be able to properly worship the Lord. And if they don't have that good relationship with their father, then guess what? They're not going to have a good relationship with the Lord as well. But as you can see from these verses, just being in the house is only part of it. You also got to be in the house and you got to be setting the right example. And the only way to do that is by remaining faithful to the Lord and letting his word guide you. But see, Saul didn't do that. Saul didn't remain faithful, and instead of letting the Lord guide him, he went to the world by going to the medium. See, when y'all reading your horoscopes and using these tarot cards and doing all this weird stuff, they're trying to find out God's will for you instead of getting his word. That's what you're doing. You're going to the world for guidance instead of going to the Lord. And because of his indiscretion, because he went to the medium, he took his whole family down with him. Because you got to understand something. As the father, and like I said this in the other video, you're the leader. So it's your actions and decisions that's going to determine the path of those that's going to follow you. So if you decide to go down a path that leads to destruction, then guess who's going to be following right close behind? That's right, you guessed it, the whole family. The whole family is going to be right behind you. And see, the word warns us of this. If you go over to Exodus chapter 20, it tells us about this. It says the sins of the father would be upon the children until the 3rd and 4th generation. Now, a lot of people try to use that verse to once again try to discredit God. Oh, God ain't fair. How is he going to let the sins of the father affect the children? The children got to pay for the father's sin, yada, 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 yada. And see, that's why it's so important for you to read your Bible so you can get the full context. Because you read your Bible so you can get the full context, you understand that he wasn't talking about all the sins. Every little sin the father does is the kids going to have to pay for. No. He was talking about one particular sin. And that sin was the sin of idol worship. See what I'm saying? In other words, unfaithfulness. Because you got to understand something. If the father's unfaithful, then guess what? 9 times out of 10, the kids are going to be unfaithful. So you see, unfaithfulness to the Lord is truly that generational curse. We always hear about the generational curses and black people, it's the generational curses, that's why they can't get ahead. But really, everybody suffers from those same generational curses because you have every race at some point or another that has been unfaithful to the Lord. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it says that sin goes down to the 3rd and 4th generation, because the kids are only following the path of those that was laid the path before them. They're following the same path that their father went down. So again, since their father was unfaithful, they're going to be unfaithful. So what you have to do, you have to remain faithful to the Lord and let him guide your steps. And that way you can lead your family into prosperity and not into destruction. And that has been your little walk with the word for the day. So I pray these are blessing you. If they are blessing you, make sure you like, share, tag, and repost. Help me out there. If y'all want to catch my full sermons, you can catch me on Facebook Live, Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. When I'm finished, I post them on my Facebook page. I also post them on my YouTube page. And if you need to find all my little social media outlets, all you got to do is go to lostsheepministries.com, and all my little social media outlets will be there. And of course, if you're not 100% sure that you're going to get to see Jesus when you go through that door called death, please reach out to me and let me know. I'll put some time in my schedule to go over the gospel with you. I love you all. And until next time, remember to always watch your back and pray. Peace.